remix.
Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got no time for that limelight. I'm from California, man, I guess we'll start with that. Banged out starter caps, glued to the cul-de-sac, looking like an artifact, trying to get their money back. Yellow jackets coming, mama about to have a heart attack. Southeast San Diego, we was at the heart of that. You moved about the hood, my nigga, you ain't want no part of that. Move to work and let the money drip the laundry mat. I pray to God the homie get his little daughter back. So many problems and it's not even a part of rap. So many suckers and they hating and they copycat. And life is bigger than these bitches that you hollered at. And if you bleed it out, I better get $3 back. And all I'm giving is the facts. Pay attention to the stats and never making mention of the jacks. Gotta keep the money stacked, work your way through the traps. Money motivated to the max. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my.
What up? What up? What up? We back. Yeah, we back. Welcome to the remix with Cali Dre, man. Cali Dre is in the motherfucking building, man. What's good with y'all? How y'all living out there, man? What it do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all know I had to pull up today. Y'all know I had to pull up today, man. You know what I'm saying? The gang of shit going on in politics. Bunch of news stories going on today. Congress grilling Pam Bondi's motherfucking ass, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to see a good old-fashioned grilling, you know what I mean? With the charcoal, you know what I'm saying? With the smoker, the wood chips, you know what I mean? Listen, that's what happened on Capitol Hill in Congress today, and we're gonna break all that shit down for sure, man. I got a couple news stories I want to go through. You know what I mean? We have a little time, man. May dip into a little bit of entertainment and music, but for right now, the main focus. Oh yeah, Epstein, motherfucking Epstein. But we're going to get there, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the channel, supporting the channel, all the views. You know what I'm saying? Keep running them up, man. You know what I mean? Most definitely. You know what I mean? Tap in with me. I'm going to tap in with y'all, man. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, you know what I mean? TikTok, you know what I mean? TikTok, MAGA Mind Girls. Y'all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking around. Y'all know this, man. And we are y'all going to be mad tonight because, yeah, your girl took an L today. You know what I'm saying? And she might have incriminated herself. So we're going to get into all that, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break down what happened on Capitol Hill today. Before we do any of that, though, y'all know how we rock on this program, man. At least while, you know what I'm saying, ICE is out here running a motherfucking muck. You know what I mean? We're going to get to OG and let OG do his 1-2 so I can start my motherfucking show. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at with it, man. It's the remix with Cali Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channels and make sure that, you know what I mean, y'all fuck with your boy, man. I'm doing this shit for y'all, man, trying to provide y'all good information, you know what I'm saying, across the nation. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what we're gonna continue to do. So without further ado, man, I gotta let OG do his 1-2 in this bitch. So without further ado, military veteran giving ICE a piece of his motherfucking mind, man. This the remix with Cali Dre. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, and let's get to it.
Right here.
You heard it from me.
White supremacists.
That's right. I hope you can see through those thick-ass glasses that you fucked up. You stand there and sanction this bullshit, and they kill a woman. They're ruining businesses that have been here for generations. They're fucking up this community. You can go home safe. But no, you're here to terrorize this city. A bunch of bitches if I've ever seen a bunch. And I'm telling you to your face. And if you don't like it, fuck you.
Yeah, OG. Yeah, stand on all 10 out here, man. You see how he put the emphasis on that. And if you don't like it, then fuck you. TikTok MAGA Mind Grows. Hey, that's how I feel about you motherfuckers. Oh, God. But we going to get to all that, man. We most definitely going to get to all that. You know what I mean? But I want to make sure that, you know, OG got to do his 1-2 before I do my 1-2 because, Yeah, we got a lot of shit to go over tonight, man. Let me know where y'all tapping in from too in the comments, man. What city, what state, you know what I mean? What hood, what borough, you know what I mean? What ward, you know what I mean? What island, you know what I'm saying? Where you at? Where you at with it tonight, man? Because I'm gonna tell you, it's been a crazy, crazy day, bro. It's been a crazy, crazy day. So I'm actually happy to be sitting here chopping it up with y'all. Gonna put some in there. If you got it, roll it up. You know what I'm saying? If you got it, roll that shit up. You know what I mean? Post something up and fall back with your boy Cali Drake, man, because we're finna get to a couple of stories. There was actually a couple of things that I wanted to run through, man. There was an update in a story that we actually been kind of on top, been covering the last few days, and so I want to get into that, man, first and foremost, because
we are learning new details.
There's new details, as you heard.
Detectives have
As you heard from the motherfucker trying to take my show over. You know what I'm saying? We got some new details, and
we are learning
in the Darren Lee case. You know what I'm saying? The former NFL player that was accused of stabbing his girlfriend. We got some updates on that situation, man. So I definitely want to tap back in with that. So without further ado, man, it says stab wounds, bite marks found on the victim allegedly killed by the NFL player. So let's check in with this story, man, because we actually been covering it for the last couple of days. We got a couple of updates, so I want to make sure that we keeping the people up to date. You know what I mean? It's the remix with Cali Drake, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, and let's check this out, man.
Details about a homicide late last week in Ottawa. A former NFL player is charged in the murder of one woman. News 12's Nick Hill has what we've learned about the incident and the identity of that victim.
The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office announced late on Friday they had arrested Darren Lee on a first-degree murder charge and tampering with evidence at this Ottawa home right behind me on Snow Cone Way. Lee had played in the NFL for 5 years and was previously a member of the Ohio State Buckeyes. We obtained an affidavit that detailed much more of the incident that occurred leading to that arrest, and we have learned more about the victim in this case.
Had no indication whatsoever that somebody was living there. They were not even pulling their, trash cans down to the curb, to be taken out.
That was a witness to the arrest of Darren Lee, a neighbor who witnessed him.
Okay, so that's Darren Lee right there, as you see, being escorted into the back of a Hamilton County Sheriff's vehicle. And former football player, NFL star Darren Lee, being charged right now with the murder of his girlfriend. So let's check in and see what updates we got on this.
Hamilton County deputies placing him in the back of a cruiser. They say they didn't know Lee or the victim, as he had just moved in within the past 3 weeks.
Okay, so they just moved in within the past 3 weeks. This is a Darren Lee mugshot. Charges first-degree murder, tampering with evidence. He has been arrested and is currently, I believe, in jail still. I don't know if he's made bail. Actually, I don't even think he has bail. So let's check in with this and find out what's going on with Darren Lee.
Very friendly neighborhood, and so it was definitely kind of odd. Very, very odd. We even talked about it the past couple of weeks.
According to an affidavit we have obtained from the Hamilton County General Sessions Criminal Court, first responders were called early Thursday afternoon to the home on a CPR call in progress. They determined the victim was deceased and noticed trauma to her body. The affidavit states that when they made contact with Lee, he told them that he found her unconscious on a couch. However, they observed broken glass across the kitchen and blood around the home. Lee insisted that she fell in the bathroom according to the affidavit, but ultimately deputies...
Okay, so Lee's story is all this blood that's laying around all over the damn place. She didn't fell in the bathtub. But if she fell in the bathtub, how the hell blood get all over the place? So he obviously didn't think this shit through. I mean, when the police arrived, he was still on the scene. I believe they said she was receiving CPR. I don't know if he was the one that was giving her CPR, but the report said that when the police arrived, that she was receiving CPR. And so, this story is pretty crazy because there hasn't been a whole lot of details that have come out. I've actually been looking around and trying to find, whatever I can. But this story is just really ironic to me. So let's continue with this.
Police decided to detain Lee, where they found he had wounds consistent with a violent altercation. After obtaining a search warrant, they searched the home. And an autopsy on the victim where more wounds were found, including a stab wound, multiple bruises, black eyes, and what medical examiners believe to be a bite mark on her shoulder.
Oh, wow. That changes the game right there. That changes the game right there. Let me spin that back. Let the DJ spin that back real quick, and let's find out a little bit more of these particulars in this case.
Altercation. After obtaining a search warrant, they searched the home. And an autopsy on the victim where more wounds were found, including a stab wound, multiple bruises, black eyes, and what medical examiners believe to be a bite mark on her shoulder.
Okay, so yeah, bite mark on the shoulder, the black eyes. Yeah, that pretty much lets you know what was going on in this case. Former NFL player Darren Lee charged with his girlfriend's murder. More details are coming out, and we're diving into that as we speak. Get the likes up, support the channel, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy.
Affidavit goes on to state that they were able to detect blood in multiple areas of the home and that Lee had attempted to clean up the scene, which led to the charge of tampering with evidence. We have also learned the identity of the victim in this case. According to a GoFundMe by a cousin, they say that Gabriella Perpetu was the victim, saying that she had suffered domestic violence and abuse. They say that her parents were...
Okay, so this is the victim right here, Gabriella Perpetu. This is the first time that the victim's information has been released. So now we have a visual of her, and rest in peace to her, and prayers to her family as well. This is the young lady that Darren Lee is charged with murdering.
Violence and abuse. They say that her parents were in Florida attempting to make arrangements for her funeral as she was living here in Tennessee, and that friends and family are devastated. They plan to get an attorney according to that GoFundMe and hope justice is served. For neighbors who witnessed the aftermath, it's still a surreal sight.
Thought we were coming into a peaceful neighborhood, and then it turned into this right here. So definitely, it was a big, huge shock.
Darren will be inside the Hamilton County Criminal Courtroom on Wednesday morning. We will be there to bring you the latest on this situation.
Okay, so that's how that story breaks down, man. So it looks like there was a lot more information that was dropped on this. We got black eyes, we got bite marks. You know what I'm saying? That's all things that weren't identified previously, as well as a photo of the young lady who has since been deceased. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually a lot of new information. I definitely want to stay tapped in with this story, man, because yeah, I think it's pretty ironic. I want to break down what happened. How did it get to this point for this seemingly successful NFL player, man? What else did I want to break down with y'all, man? Let's get into this story right here. This is something that I actually wanted to break down the other day, but I didn't even get a chance to. So we're gonna run it right now, man. This is the remix with Callie Drake, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Bold jewelry store breaking caught on camera in Woodland Hills, California. Let's check in with this, man, and see what this is.
A bold break-in at a jewelry store in Woodland Hills. An unmasked thief literally drops in through the ceiling before making off with trays of stolen merchandise. It happened early this morning at a shop on Ventura Boulevard.
While the burglar got away, the entire heist, including the thief's face, was all caught on camera. KTLA's Sarah Welch is live in Woodland Hills with more. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Karine Court, good evening. Yeah, thankfully, the family says those security cameras got a really good look at that suspect. And we're going to show you his photo in just a couple of moments. But tonight, the owners have been up on the roof here at this strip mall, just trying to figure out what this guy did. We're told that he actually got up on the roof somehow and he cut a hole through where you see the beauty shack, realizing he'd miscalculated. He then went down to Nafise Jeweler where he cut a hole, got into the attic, and the drop from the attic into the jewelry store is about 18 feet. Again, this...
So he was cutting a bunch of motherfucking holes trying to get into all these businesses, man. So, hey, listen, man, protect your business, man. Bold jewelry store break-in, caught on camera in Woodland Hills, California, man.
All happening in the middle of the night, this brazen break-in.
So this is the suspect right here coming down the stairs.
And you can hear the alarms going off. It was around 2:45 this morning at this store in the 22,100 block of Ventura Boulevard. Now, the family told us they watched from home as it all unfolded on their security cameras. The man somehow scaling the roof.
Hey, picture that, though. You got a business, man, and you sitting at home, you know what I'm saying, chilling. you get that little ring alarm and somebody trying to break in your shit. And it's this motherfucker
From
right
this
here.
strip mall, entering through the ceiling and into the business. They immediately called 911. The owners say the thief acted so fast, scooping up what he could, lots of silver and gold plates. But they told us, thankfully, he was not able to
He
crack
pocketing
the
that
safe.
shit.
And
He
was
pocketing that shit. Look at it. Hey, listen, this is a low level offender right here. I can promise you. Yeah. Listen, I don't know how he was able to cut in up over that roof. You know what I'm saying? He must have had some sophisticated tools because, I mean, yeah, I would imagine it's wood, concrete, you know what I mean? Roofing, paneling, all kind of shit. So, yeah, I'm sure he's probably experienced at cutting in roofs, but he don't look like an experienced thief at all. He just grabbing shit, putting it in his pockets. He didn't even have a bag to throw this shit in. Like, this, yeah, it looks pretty amateurish.
the roof of this strip mall, entering through the ceiling and into the business. They immediately called 911.
Not that I would know anything about this type of activity, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, he don't look like he know what the fuck he's doing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The owners say the thief acted so fast, scooping up what he could, lots of silver and gold plates. But they told us, thankfully, he was not able to crack the safe, and he was gone before police arrived. But the family told us in those moments of first entry, the owners began talking to the thief, that the police were on their way through the security cameras. The owners said they also had control of the lights inside the store. They turned.
You in the middle of trying to get your shit going. You know what I'm saying? You in the middle of an activity that can definitely put your ass in jail for a long time. And then you hear the owners on the speaker telling you the police on that way. Oh yeah. He didn't think this shit out at all.
Everything on to try to scare him off. And they told us he left within 10 minutes of entering the store. Now, the family's perplexed because there are cameras on the roof, but they were somehow disabled. And the owners, again, are stunned that the thief got in and out the way he did.
Okay, so he did disable the cameras. So, okay. All right, so I mean, listen, he obviously, figured out, saw the cameras on the roof. He probably, dismantled those. Because again, the way he got in on the inside and what he did on the inside and how he conducted himself on the inside lets me know he probably didn't have a fucking plan. But he actually was an expert at getting up in that motherfucker. I got to say that it's a weird story, man. It's like he's a rookie. He's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to getting to it, but he can get you up in that motherfucker, no problem. It looked like.
The fact that this guy was able to actually go up there without using the ladders and without being noticed by the neighbors back there, how did he go up there? How did he go behind the cameras and turn those off?
That's what the fuck we trying to figure out. That's what look at all this paneling back here.
But that either knows us or been working here or it's just been watching us for a while, so it is concerning, we don't feel safe here. I've told my parents, I'm like, you guys need to move. We need to find another location and get out of here because this thing keeps happening. And
this is the guy. This is the guy right here. This is the star of the show right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the star player right here, man. You know what I mean? Listen. He looked like he know what the fuck he doing. I just he got the you know what I mean, the flashlight on the helmet. You know what I mean? Like it looked like he got a timer on his chest. Like he looked like, and maybe he did have a plan. You know what I'm saying? But when he got inside, I mean, shit, he was looking like a rookie.
Get the lights more often.
And this is a close-up of that suspect. If you recognize him, the family is urging you to contact LAPD. Salute. It's not clear yet.
Sco in the building. Salute, fam. Salute. Hey, y'all go subscribe to my man channel. Just say no to Sco, man. You know what I'm saying? He kicking that real deal Holyfield all day long, man. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all, man. Yeah. Everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm just going through a couple of news stories, man. I'm gonna get in deep into this politics, man, because Pam Bondi got her motherfucking ass grilled like a piece of chicken today, and so we're gonna tap in with that for sure. And Ice been out here whooping motherfuckers ass, so I'm definitely gonna get into some of that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to tap in on a little bit of what's going on around the country, you know what I mean, and see what else the fuck is going on, because it's a lot of shit that's been going on, man. This story right here came across my screen. I wanted to check this shit out too, man. It says infant stabbed and thrown in the snow. What we know about this case. So I want to check on this Let's see what it is. This is the remix with Cali Dre, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Yeah, babe.
The disturbing case out of Chester County where a baby is fighting for their life after being stabbed this morning in Coatesville and thrown outside in the snow. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez.
I'm Sheba Russell. Tonight, the child's father is in police custody. Our Shawnette Wilson is live outside CHOP tonight where the child is being treated. Just an awful story, Shawnette.
Yeah, so hard to fathom, Sheba. And late tonight, the district attorney told us that that child is out of surgery, but is in critical but stable condition. As for the infant's father, we do know that he was taken into custody, but so far, no charges have been announced.
Super shocking.
Sky Fox flew over this Coatesville neighborhood where police say around 11:30 this morning, an infant was stabbed. You can see an ambulance and investigators on scene, along with people outside, visibly upset and comforting each other.
To where when I heard the word stabbed and infant, it was crazy to hear those.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, bro. Like when I saw this, I was like, this shit cannot be, bro. There's no way. But shit, it most definitely is true. So we're gonna check in with this man and see what they're talking about on this.
In the same sentence.
Edward Rivers lives in the apartment complex on the 2000 block of Smithbridge Drive where it happened. Another neighbor told me off camera that the family lives on the 3rd floor of this building. Police say the child's father, 44-year-old Michael Phillips, is in custody. They say for stabbing his 3-month-old son in the stomach, then taking him outside and throwing him in the snow.
I didn't think it was him because how calm he'd be. Every time I see him, he's so calm, he's so understanding.
3-month-old baby stabbed and thrown in the snow. Look, I'm gonna look right at the camera when I say this shit, bro. Like, we gotta do fucking better, bro. Like, we gotta do fucking better. If you think that the solution to any of your problems is stabbing your kid in the stomach, we gotta do fucking better, bro. We gotta do better. This shit's sad as fuck right here.
Think of what he's living in.
Neighbors say Phillips lives here with who they believe is his girlfriend, their infant, and 2 young sons. Rivers says he saw Phillips just after 8 this morning.
Calm. He walked out, said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "How you doing?" They walked down the steps. The son was telling him about school or something, and he was just listening, walking. Normal day.
And preliminary police reports had stated earlier that a domestic may have happened before the stabbing. Sheba, police have not released any additional details.
Yeah, let me see. I had another video on this. Let me see what this one is talking about.
We're at the Coatesville Police Department where detectives are working on this case. They say 44-year-old Michael Phillips stabbed his 3-month-old infant in the abdomen. But neighbors we spoke to tonight who know the suspect say what he's accused of doing is just out of character. Tonight, this Chester County father was escorted in handcuffs from the Coatesville Police Department into a Coatesville police car. 44-year-old Michael Phillips is accused of stabbing his 3-month-old infant in the abdomen.
I was shocked when, I came back home and I saw the police here.
People living in the Millview apartment.
Yeah, let's get another look at this guy. Let's get another look at this guy. This is the mother. This is the slimy bastard right here. This is the no good son bitch right here that stabbed his 3-month-old baby in the stomach and threw him in the snow. Man, when your ass get to jail, boy. Hope they whooping on your motherfucking ass. And that's just real, man. That's just real. Yeah, we'll probably plead mental insanity. All right, listen. I mean, you can plead mental insanity all you want, but you still have to play the part. And I mean, we'll have to see how this unfolds, man. I think this just happened today. So yeah, I mean, let's hope the baby make it through. Last I heard, I think the baby is still kind of fighting for their life. So, prayers up for the baby for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is the low life scumbag punk motherfucker right here that decided to stab that baby in the stomach.
Police car. 44-year-old Michael Phillips accused of stabbing 3-month-old infant in the abdomen.
I was shocked when, I came back home and I saw the police here.
People living in the Millview apartment homes along the 2000 block of Smithbridge Drive shocked to find their neighborhood now a crime scene. Investigators say Phillips threw the baby into the snow after stabbing him. Several neighbors say they spoke to Phillips before the incident, and everything seemed to be fine at the time.
And I was talking to him for maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Wow.
This morning.
Generally,
but I didn't detect anything like that or anything going on with him.
What time did you speak to Michael? What time was that?
I'll say about 8:10 this morning, 8:15, going to work.
Everything seemed normal.
Normal. He walked out with I believe it was the baby and the 13-year-old son.
Police have not released a motive for the stabbing, but
Wow.
neighbors who know Phillips say what he's accused of doing is out of character.
It's my him, say hi back, talks to me. We have little talks about what we about to do today, where we about to go, just stuff like that. So we're like nice neighborly talk to where I never even heard his voice escalate higher than like a 3. So to me, he also.
So yeah, I mean, all the neighbors are saying the dude is seemingly not crazy. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I mean, all that stuff is gonna come into play, once a trial comes and if he does decide to plead insanity, his mind state before and after and during, is all gonna come into play, man. So we'll have to see how that unfolds, man. But this is a sad story right here, man. Neighbors are all shocked. The father arrested for stabbing a 3-month-old infant son in the abdomen.
I thought he was like the calm body in the house, that keeping everything, piece of calm, but I guess not.
At last check, investigators say that the baby is in very serious condition and was flown to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where he had to undergo surgery. In Coatesville, Johnny Archer.
Yeah, man, that's a wild story right there. Definitely, you know what I mean? Definitely put that motherfucker under the jail, man. Like, you don't do no shit like that, man. I pray he has many sleepless nights in that jail, and they making his life a nightmare, just like he made for that little 3-month-old baby, bro. Like that's ridiculous. Listen, if you don't want to take care of your kids, then don't have the motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Magnums, you got Trojans, sheepskin, bearskin, hell, it's all kind of skin. Don't have the motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that be the shit that that kind of pisses me off about how people choose to live in these days, man. Because again, your ass couldn't deal with the kid. You know what I mean? Like you look at that motherfucker right there. I mean, he looked like he probably shouldn't have been a parent in the first fucking place. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And so that shit ain't for everybody, man. There's no reason in the world to stab a 3-month-old baby. Like, I can't think of one. If you guys can, let me know in the comments. I can't fucking think of one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all the way wrong. There's no excuses for that. Whoop his ass and throw him up under the jail, man. And we're gonna move right along. Ladies, man, oh man. This shit right here popped up. And I was like, yeah, I definitely want to speak on this, man. Definitely want to speak on this. It says, woman shot dead after a breakup. Philly man charged with her murder. So, Philadelphia, y'all on the map, man. What the fuck y'all doing out there in Philly, man?
This developing story in Bucks County, a woman stalked and shot to death a day after ending her relationship with a man from Philadelphia. Now he's facing charges for killing her, shocking the neighborhood where she was found dead in a car.
Got a good neighborhood here, pretty much. Our neighbors are all great people. So this was a tragic thing.
Yeah, obviously not, motherfucker. Listen,
and this is
hold on, bro. That's a part of this shit where I'm not fucking around, bro. All these motherfuckers talk about my neighbors was such great people. I could never have seen. Obviously, fucking not, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor just slashed somebody. So y'all gotta keep your head on the swivel out here, man, and make sure that you know exactly who you fucking with out here, man. Woman shot dead after breakup. Philly man charged with her murder. Let's dive into this.
Fox 29 News at 5. I'm Sheba Russell.
And I'm Chris O'Connell. That man turned himself into police, calling it an accident. Shayna, the victim, had reported to police she had been sexually assaulted by the man just one day before she was killed.
That's exactly right, and that is what's chilling about this story here.
That's not
domestic
good.
Violence victims all the time. You hear messages to domestic violence victims to report this, and the fact that she did report it, and not even 24 hours later, she was found killed. And again, you mentioned that suspect turning himself in.
So 24 hours after she reports being sexually assaulted by this man, she winds up deceased. So yeah, prayers to her family. Rest in peace to her, man. You know. Man, and then this should be wild, man. I thought I had some motherfucking problems, man, but shit, bro. When I be looking at some of these stories and just looking at what's going on in the world, man, like, man, my shit kind of normal, man. Like, but listen, hey, ladies, just be careful out there, man. There's a lot of slippery bastards out there, and when you break their heart, man, you know. They're going to want some get back, unfortunately.
Calling this all an accident. This Ring camera video captures a white SUV driving down Outlook Lane in Levittown, and just seconds later, a silver sedan followed, matching an affidavit description believed to be driven by this man, 32-year-old Eugen Wren, now in police.
Yeah, this is him, Eugen Wren. This is the story of the fucking show, at least in this segment right here. You know what I'm saying? Eugen Wren. Yeah, it's something about him, man, that you know, something about him that lets me know that he's capable of this type of shit. You know what I mean? The eyes don't lie, man. You can look into a motherfucker eyes. Listen. You got to trust the red flags. You know what I'm saying? I trust the red flags. I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I'd rather be wrong than be dead. You feel me? So, I mean, that's how I look at shit.
Custody after investigators say he stalked his girlfriend, following her from Philadelphia to her Bucks County home Sunday morning. Moments later, neighbors in this tight-knit neighborhood say they heard the unthinkable.
My wife heard a gunshot somewhere around 1:30 in the morning or something like that, or what she thought was a gunshot.
Bristol Township Police say the woman was found shot in the head and left for dead in her car on Outlook Lane, sending shockwaves through the neighborhood.
She was a young lady, and
yeah, man, what kind of rage is that, man? Like, what kind of, you know, sick, twisted, demented ass rage is that, to where you could love a motherfucker so much to make you want to stalk him, but then you'll shoot him in the head and leave him on the side of the road. Like, that's, you know, you got some real mental issues. You know, everybody done been through heartbreaks, and you know, it sucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But, you know, man, you can't go these kind of routes with it, man. You gotta look within and find out how to better yourself, man. And like Cat Williams say, man, tap into your star player. You know what I mean? And you know, make yourself shine brighter. You feel me? But yeah, another sad story, man. Ladies, be careful out here.
very nice. Really sad, so close to home, for this to happen here.
Sergeant Jason Mancuso with the Bristol Township Police Department says Wren initially turned himself into Middletown Township Police. Officers then contacted the Bristol Township Police Department.
Most definitely, the eyes are a window to the soul. Flip mode action. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a believer in that. You feel me? And you can look at a motherfucker and tell when they crazy. Shit. I mean, shit. Motherfuckers been looking at me my whole life telling me I'm crazy. So I know. Like, I know. You crazy bastard. Like, yeah, I know. I get it. So obviously you can. But yeah, man, I get a very unsettled type of feeling looking at this dude, and I think he's capable of these type of crimes. I could be wrong, you know what I mean? But I'd rather be wrong than be dead.
A male came into their police station with a lawyer and advised them that there was some type of incident, and there was a female that was deceased on Outlook Lane in the Levittown section of Bristol Township.
Investigators telling Fox 29 the two were in a relationship, living together in Philadelphia before things took a turn for the worst.
At some point, the relationship went bad or was not conducive anymore, and the female came back up to Bucks County, and it's believed that the male followed her up here and shot her.
Fox 29 confirming the victim filed a complaint against Wren with the Philadelphia Police Department. According to the affidavit, the victim filed a report after she was sexually assaulted by the suspect just one day before she was killed. In the affidavit, the victim stated she decided to end her relationship with her boyfriend and leave while he was at work that day. Fast forward to Sunday morning, according to police, the suspect followed the victim to her home on Outlook Lane, where he admitted to, quote, accidentally shooting his girlfriend.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's spin that back real quick. So you can see, I didn't know they actually had any footage of this. You can see right here, it looks like this is the door cam of her car right here, and it looks like this is him following her. So yeah, if they got this kind of evidence, oh, he's out of there. He's out of there. Get the lights up.
To her home on Outlook Lane, where he admitted to, quote, accidentally shooting his girlfriend, adding she, quote, said hurtful things and took their cats and dogs, so he took a gun out of his waistband to scare her, and the gun discharged. Neighbors still shaken by the reality of what happened just steps away from their front doors.
We got a good neighborhood here, pretty much. Our neighbors are all great people. So this was...
Man, listen. Listen. If these are the great neighborhoods, I'm moving to a shitty neighborhood. Straight up, bro. Straight up. I listen, for the last couple of days, few days, week, shit. Ever since I've been doing this shit, probably. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these seemingly good neighborhoods, man, got some other shit going on, man. So if you think that you're living in a good neighborhood, spin the block on that motherfucker again and make sure. Because, hey, you know what I mean? It's you know, you never know what motherfuckers is going through either, man. Like, you know, a lot of this mental health shit, you know, as in the case with the NFL player, potential PTSD or what is that? CTE, you know what I'm saying? All those type of things come into play. And or, you know, motherfuckers is just stressed out. We done been through a global pandemic that shut the whole fucking world down for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? A financial crisis that almost buried every fucking body. You know what I mean? And a breathing disease that'll kill you if a nigga breathe on you. So yeah, I got PTSD in this motherfucker. I need a check. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. So again, man, when motherfuckers are struggling, we as a society and a community, man, got to do a better job of identifying those that really need the help. And getting their ass to that help before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Get the lights up, man. This is the remix with Cali Drake, man. But yeah.
It was a tragic thing, certainly, for all of us. Hopefully, you know, she rest in peace. That's all I could really say.
Now, the suspect, 32-year-old Eugene Wren, is expected to face a judge tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. He faces a slew of charges, including criminal homicide and stalking. We also learned that he did have a concealed permit carry, and he did own at least one gun. As far as the victim.
Okay, so yeah, he definitely he might be out of there, man. This ain't looking good at all. This ain't looking good at all. But yeah, we'll stay connected with this, man, because I definitely want to see how this turns out. Philadelphia, you know what I mean? All right, shit. Watch out. Watch the fuck out, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what else did I want to touch on, man, before I get into this politics shit? Oh, you know what? Did I want to hit that story right there? Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's look at this real quick. I want to look at this real quick. It said
well, detectives have not
University of West Georgia student killed after disagreeing with her man that she knew. Man, brothers, what the fuck is going on? Let me hold up, man. It's message. It's message time in this motherfucker. Let me put myself on one of these big screens. Which I don't want to do that. All right, let's do that. Brothers, what's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep it playing out here, man. You know what I mean? I know a broken heart hurts. You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks. You know what I mean? It's some bullshit. But 9 times out of 10, it's probably you, nigga. So pull yourself together. Get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? And get back out there, baby. You know what I mean? Tap in with your motherfucking star player. And that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? And you know, you can't let someone else determine who you is. You feel me? Like that's how I always look at shit. Like, we done all stumbled and all that shit, but you can't let nobody else determine who you are and what you gonna do. You know what I mean? You gotta just stand tall and believe in yourself, man, and know that there's other fish in the sea. You know what I mean? That's the most important shit that you can take from this segment of the show. You know what I mean? There are more fucking fish in the sea. Go fishing, nigga. Go fishing. Get the lights up, man. That's the remix with Callie Drake. Let's check in with this story right here.
Well, detectives have not released a motive in the death of a University of West Georgia student. They say she met with a man she knew. Town 2's Tom Jones, live in Douglas County. Tom, deputies say she agreed to meet her accused killer.
That's right, Karen. Deputies say that Lyric Farley and David Powell met right here in this parking lot behind this dollar store. They say for some reason Powell shot Farley, killing her. I've been digging into this case, trying to find a motive. So I went to Powell's first appearance, hoping it would shed some light on why this happened.
If you would go ahead first and state your full and correct name for the record and for the court.
David Mark Anthony Powell. Accused murderer David Powell told Judge Cynthia Adams he is 20 years old and that he could read, write, and understand the English language.
Are you now under the influence of the alcohol, drugs, or any medication that would affect your ability to understand what's taking place?
No, ma'am. The judge then told Powell the serious charges he faces, like felony murder.
By causing the death of Lyric Latrice Farley by shooting her multiple times.
Detectives say Farley and Powell had a personal relationship. They had gotten into a disagreement and agreed to meet in the parking lot behind this Dollar General on Kings Highway Saturday around 1 that afternoon. For some reason, deputies say Powell shot the University of West Georgia student, killing her. Deputies say cameras in the area helped identify Powell. They say technology and good old-fashioned police work helped locate him around 12 hours after the shooting.
All right, Mr. Powell, that means...
The judge told Powell what will happen next in his case and let him know he may have a chance to get bond.
You are entitled to file for a motion related to bond.
Wait a minute. Are they gonna get this motherfucker bond, man? Hey, listen. Man, this is a tough one right here. I mean, this is a tough one. But I feel like this, right? If they got you on enough evidence and you really did that shit and there's some violent shit like this, I mean, you kind of deserve to be where you at, bro. Like, I don't feel sorry for motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? Niggas got to make better choices out here in these streets, bro. And that's just a fact.
To have a hearing as to that issue as well.
And Powell also faces aggravated assault with intent to murder. Detectives have not.
Aggravated assault with intent to murder, huh? And bond is still on the table. Okay. I mean, listen. Again, that's for the court system in Georgia to decide, but damn. Yeah. Yeah, be on the lookout for this motherfucker. If he get bond, lady, be on the lookout for this motherfucker.
Not released a motive in this case. We're live in Douglas County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
Yeah. So the moral of this whole segment right here, basically, ladies, is watch your motherfucking back. That's the best advice I can give you tonight. Protect your neck, keep your head on the swivel, don't fall for no Nigerian scams, and protect your motherfucking neck. I think I already said that one, but protect it again. You know what I mean? And just you gotta vet everybody, man. Like I'm at that point where everybody is just like, I don't make fast friends. You know what I'm saying? Like to really fuck with me, like you got to show me that it's worth my time to fuck with you, or we can make some money together, or we can build something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not on all that goofy shit. Like that ain't me, man. But on that note, man, let's dip into a little bit of politics, man, because it was a lot of shit going on Capitol Hill today. Pam Bondi went and let me get on this big screen real quick. Pam Bondi went and talked to Congress today. And That shit went way left. So I wanna check in with a little bit of this and find out what our government has been doing today. This is the remix with Callie Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. We finna get a little political right now. You know what I'm saying? And check in with what's going on Capitol Hill, man. Because yeah, it was going down. Pam Bondi went up there to talk to Congress, and they did a good old-fashioned grilling. Okay, a good old-fashioned motherfucking grilling. Charcoal, wood chips, all that shit. All that shit. And you know, here's the thing. The questions that they were asking were not tough questions. They weren't. They were not tough questions. They weren't hard questions, but they were important questions that people want to know. And she ain't had no motherfucking answers, bro. She didn't have no motherfucking answers. But I'm gonna let y'all check this shit out, man. This is the remix with Callie Dre. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. We're getting political right now because shit went left. And that's kind of the reason that I even jumped on this motherfucker, was to talk about this politics shit. So let's get it, man.
All hell just broke loose in the House Judiciary Committee, where Pam Bondi, Donald Trump's stooge attorney general, just completed her testimony. It was utterly humiliating for her. Frankly, it was utterly humiliating for the United States. Let me show you what went down. First, I'll show you as Democratic Congresswoman Ballant cross-examines Pam Bondi. Watch as Pam Bondi just flails and tries to attack Ballant. Let's play this clip.
Who is
First Lady Mimi Salute.
The president aware. Please stop talking. It is not your time to ask questions. It is not your time. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chair. One second.
Time belongs to the gentlelady from Vermont.
Was the president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce?
So we've covered the Secretary of Commerce. I think his name is Ludwig or something like that. But he lived next door to Epstein. Swear up and down, he ain't have nothing to do with Epstein. But then it came out that he was fucking with Epstein. And he is your current Commerce Secretary. And that's important because the Commerce Secretary, actually, we looked this up. The Commerce Secretary is in charge of minority business disenfranchisement. That's the one that stood out to me. I mean, so you've got a bunch of other duties, trade and you know, some foreign affairs shit, communications. You know, it was a lot of things that fell under his purview, but the one that stood out to me was minority business disenfranchisement. And so, yeah, let's check out what they got going on in Congress today, man, because they lit Pam Bondi ass up.
Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes. This is pathetic. This is pathetic, Mr. Chair. I am not asking trick questions here. The American people have a right to know the answers to this. These are senior officials in the Trump administration.
More from Congresswoman Ballant right here. Let's play it.
To know the answers to this. These are senior officials in the Trump administration. This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Whoa, hold on. That was like a female like swipe. You know what I'm saying? She caught her on a low blow. Whoa.
By 2008, we knew that Epstein was a convicted sexual abuser. And we now know that Lutnick went to Epstein's Island in 2012. How was that not a deal breaker for the president? And why aren't you asking questions of the Commerce Secretary about what he saw when he was at the island, which he lied about not ever going to? Why are...
Yeah. So your Commerce Secretary been saying he ain't been to the island, but his ass been to that island, bro.
Are you not asking asking these questions.
Next, you have Congresswoman Ross cross-examining Trump's Attorney General Pam Bondi. And note that Pam Bondi claims that she didn't even know that Ghislaine Maxwell was transferred from a facility in Tallahassee to Club Fed with VIP treatment in Camp Bryan, Texas. Sounds like perjury to me. Let's play this clip.
Oh yeah. So check this out, right here. Let me pop up real quick so I can lay this out. So Ghislaine Maxwell has been transferred from a maximum security prison to a prison where the warden is basically printing her papers. She got gourmet meals. She got like her own therapist, a whole bunch of other perks and shit that don't nobody else get. And they actually did some research on that warden, and they found out that the warden has not treated any other prisoners like that. And so that begs the question of why, you know what I'm saying? And so they're going to get more into this on this congressional hearing, man. This is the remix with Callie Drake, man. We're breaking down a little bit of politics right now. Went down on Capitol Hill. All hell broke loose. The Bondi hearing went completely fucking sideways.
General Bondi, does a convicted sex offender like Ghislaine Maxwell deserve special treatment and privileges in prison? Yes or no?
Let me be crystal clear on this. No. And
Thank you.
let me keep going. No, let me keep going.
Perfect. Well, I
did not know she was being transferred.
I asked you yes or no.
She was not transferred to a lower
Mr. Chairman,
level.
please stop the clock and remind the witness of the rules. One rule she needs to understand
and I'm glad
here.
that we're agreeing. So when we're agreeing, we can move on to some other things.
When
But
we're
I
not
want you
agreeing,
to know that every time she does get these perks, and it's been publicly reported that the folks she's abused, the survivors who are sitting here, they see themselves as being denied justice. They feel re-traumatized. And I'm glad that we agree on that. But she should not be in that prison. And she needs to be moved back to a maximum security prison as soon as possible. But what she has told another committee here.
Why was Pam Bondi, why was Ghislaine Maxwell moved in the first place? Does anybody know the answer to that? I think I know the fucking answer. But does anybody know the answer to that question? Because she has some demands that she's been making. And it seems to me that this administration has been giving in to her demands. And again, you got to ask the question of why, you know what I mean?
Is that she won't cooperate with them unless she gets clemency from Donald Trump. It's just crazy to consider that she can be wielding this kind of influence within the administration. But that begs the question, who ordered her to be transferred to the minimum security prison that she was ineligible for?
And we heard from
right. She was ineligible for that motherfucker. And they still transferred her. So when I be telling y'all, man, y'all gotta pay close attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? These are examples of why. Ghislaine Maxwell was Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend. She was the recruiter, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of the activities that went on surrounding Jeffrey Epstein. And so if you watch the remix with Callie Dre in the past few weeks, we've uncovered a lot of names, uncovered a lot of scenarios, and Ghislaine Maxwell has been at the center of all that shit. There's pictures of her and Epstein with, in Russia, fucking with Putin, you know what I'm saying? The Israelis, pop up in the Epstein files. So it's this shit is bigger than it's actually bigger than Donald Trump, like on some real shit. Like this shit is kind of on a global level taking down leaders all across the world, man. And so I may do a show on that, but there's been a bunch of leaders that have had to either been forced to step down or they've just stepped down out of shame after they popped up in this Epstein files. Get the likes up, man.
From Democratic Congressmember Ted Lieu, who cross-examined Bondi. Let's play it.
Former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, let's go.
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no.
Wait a minute. I'm going to pause it right there before she gets into her rant. I just want to point out the fact that, hey, she did not answer the question, right? She didn't answer the question. The question was there any underage girls at any of the parties that Donald Trump was at? Now, this is the spin that I'll be talking about. This is the smoke and mirrors. This is the bamboozling, you know what I'm saying, of the American people that's going on. And motherfuckers is eating this shit up and listening to it. Because when you ask a person a direct question, you expect to get a direct answer. But let's see what kind of answer we get here.
No evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm going to claim my time. I got your answer.
Has this been the most transparent presidency? Has Donald Trump done anything for you? Let me know in the comments, man, if Donald Trump has done anything for you. TikTok MAGA mongrels, what has Trump done for y'all? You know what I'm saying? Y'all steadily in my motherfucking comments and shit, defending Trump. You know what I mean? Like, what has he done for you? You know what I mean? But yeah, Pam Bondi found herself in the congressional crosshairs today. And the hearing went way, way sideways. And she may have perjured herself in a couple of these occasions, one of which is right here with Ted Lieu. This is Ted Lieu right here on the left.
President Trump asked
Chairman, please
the
stop the clock.
legislation. This is
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said.
Yeah, I think you just lied under oath, and it's all on videotape. So Ted Lieu, this dude right here, pretty smart guy, man. Yeah, she most definitely lied under oath, which is called perjury. You know what I mean? What is actually, let me look this up real quick, just because I'm curious, man. What is the sentence for perjury? Does anybody know? Let me know, man. I'm just curious. 2 to 5 years in state or federal prison, along with fines up to 10 grand. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty serious. So Ted Lieu is basically saying that Pam Bondi has perjured herself in this hearing today. Let me know what y'all think. Whoa. What? Whoa, wait a minute. Has anybody else ever heard of that story right there? Because I've never heard of that shit. They said that a limo driver was sick to his stomach, basically, hearing a conversation that Donald Trump had with a young lady. Next day, the lady head get blown up. Did I hear that right? Or am I high a little bit? I mean, it could be both. Both can be true. But I've never heard that story. Hold on. Wow. We high. Yeah, you damn right, First Lady. We high. Listen, both can be true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we definitely high, and he definitely said that shit. And that's a story that I've never heard that story. But seems like Pam Bondi may have perjured herself in this hearing once, if not multiple times. Immediately. Why has this? See, this is my problem with this Epstein shit too, bro. Like, this is a part of my problem with this Epstein shit, right? And this is the point that I was making on the show. I think I did yesterday, which is California just arrested 600 people in a sex trafficking ring that spanned up and down the state. But yeah, we can't get no answers on this Epstein shit. Go get the motherfuckers that did the California raids. Go get the motherfuckers that did the California indictments, you know what I'm saying? And put them on this Epstein shit. 600 people. I think 145 girls were underage or something like that. Like, it was a huge statewide motherfucking crackdown on sex trafficking, prostitution, underage prostitution, I guess. You know what I mean? Pimping, hoeing. You know what I'm saying? I'm crackdown. But we also found out yesterday, or in my last show, that there were more names that were redacted of Saudi, or I'll say Middle Eastern sultans, CEOs, foreign CEOs. They names was redacted. And we can't, the only person serving time for this is Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein dead. So again, man, if I was president for the day, you know what I'm saying? Let your boy be president for the day. We go tear some shit up around this motherfucker back. But if I'm president for the day, I'm calling California. And I'm getting the motherfuckers that arrested 600 people just last week. And we putting them right on this Epstein shit, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because this shit taking way too long, bro. And again, I covered yesterday, there are about 3 million documents that are redacted and have not been released. Of those 3 million documents, Donald Trump's name appears 1 million times. So I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for a minute. Facts. Tell Lou, get on her motherfucking ass, bruh. You ain't held not a one motherfucker accountable for this shit. But yet, every pimp and hoe in California that got arrested in the last week, 600 people. Like, come on, man. Hey, y'all gotta miss me with this bullshit, man. But this is what I'm telling y'all about cover-ups and spin and bad information versus good information. You know what I'm saying? When you start breaking this shit down, man, it's a lot of slippery, slimy bullshit going on that ain't putting money in the American people pockets. And that's what these motherfuckers is up there to do. ASAP. Damn. Damn, he told her she need to motherfucking resign after this. Bitch, don't even go back to the White House. Don't even hop on Air Force Two. You don't even need Secret Service no more. Call that detail off, bitch, because you need to resign right after this fucking hearing, bro. Give us what you got and get on your motherfucking way, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit, I kind of agree with that. I don't be honest with you. But that's just me. This is the remix with Callie Drake, man. Shit. We can feel how we want to feel over in this motherfucker, man. Let's go. Oh shit. Yeah, listen. Listen. I gotta put myself back on the big screen for this shit because I want motherfuckers to hear this shit. Hey, I love seeing white people argue with each other. It's the funniest shit in the world, bro. I just had to throw that shit out there. Man. Room full of white people, you know what I'm saying, arguing this shit that they got that black people ain't involved in the shit. It ain't about us. Hey, it makes me smile, bro. I can't even fucking front, bro. I'm gonna be honest tonight. I get a big kick out of this shit right here, bro. I gotta be honest with y'all. Let's go, man. Let me see what else they talking about on this shit. Hey, can y'all see the video? You know if y'all can see the video, bro. Can y'all is it playing good on my StreamYard? That shit froze like a motherfucker. But shit, let me know, man. I'm gonna let it run. If y'all can't see it, I think I'll have to reset this shit. But get them likes up in the meantime, in between time. This is your boy Callie Drake, man. We tapped in on this politics tonight. All hell broke loose on Congress today. White people arguing with each other, and we're gonna cover that shit. Audio? It's just audio? That what you saying? Hold on. Here, let me remove it real quick. Cause yeah, this shit right here must see TV, bro. I love seeing white people argue with each other, bro. That shit be funny to me, especially when I ain't got shit to do with black people and we ain't on the docket, we ain't on the card. It ain't about us. We ain't involved. Ain't got shit to do with us. Like I love that shit, man. That shit brings a fucking smile to my face, bro. Oh God. Oh God. Here, let's tap back in with this, man. Let's see. Try this one. Hey, fucking yeah, there we go. Let's look at this one. Get the lights up in the meantime, in between time for your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime. Told another committee here of influence
under various parties with Jeffrey Epstein.
Her to be transferred to the minimum security prison.
I want y'all to get
this
ineligible for.
Then we heard from Democrats.
Look, to me, this is one of the most important parts of this shit because this is where I believe that she perjured herself. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, that ain't good.
Democratic Congress member Ted Lieu, who cross-examined Bondi. Let's play it.
Former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I reclaim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock.
sign
Stop the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time
ridiculous.
belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide.
Yeah, have y'all heard that story before? That was the story I was talking about, bro. Like, I ain't never heard that shit before, bro. I ain't never heard that shit before. But apparently, a limo driver reportedly heard a story that Donald Trump was engaged with some young girl. Next day, her head get blown off. Let me spin that back. I want because this is from Congress. This is a congressional record. It's under oath, and so if you lie, that's perjury, and that to me carries weight. And so when motherfuckers saying in the media and the press, that shit don't mean shit to me. You know what I'm saying? These type of congressional hearings and what you say, that's why she's shuffling around papers, dancing around on her words and shit, man, because you gotta be straight up in this kind of setting. You know what I'm saying?
Stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately.
ASAP.
Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had anything, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has
you ain't did shit. That's basically what he's telling her. That's basically what he's telling her. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all the paraphrase. You feel me? He's basically telling her, there's a whole bunch of victims out here. Y'all ain't did shit. And bitch, you need to quit this job immediately. That's kind of what I got out of it. I mean, they wasn't like in Congress and shit, and they was just like, you know what I mean, out on the street at the coffee choppers. That's probably how he would say it to her. You know what I'm saying?
Fired.
Then you had Congressmember Goldman clearly getting under Pam Bondi's skin by just bringing out the facts and the receipts. And Pam Bondi tries to play the victim here. And she's like, stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. Here, play this clip.
These are obviously improper redactions.
And let me stop for a minute.
I'm talking.
If they're not privileged,
quiet.
Don't yell at me. If they're not
Mr. Chairman, would you stop the
privileged,
clock? This is on your time. It's not on Mr. Goldman.
If they're not privileged,
I love seeing white people go at it.
you'll like my answer.
So continue more from.
I love this shit, man. I'm trying to tell you, I love this shit. I love seeing white people go at it when it has nothing to do with black people, bro. Like this shit's awesome to me, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I love this shit, bro. Let's go.
Congressmember Goldman right here, who points to the survivors who were standing there who have received zero communication from Pam Bondi or anybody at the DOJ, as the DOJ defames the survivors, tortures the survivors, maliciously leaks the names and personal identifying information of the survivors. And then Goldman's like, to all the survivors who are out there, would you still want to speak with Bondi despite all the things she did with you? And they all raise their hands, yet Bondi refuses to meet with them. Here, play this clip.
Ask them if that's true. Now, would the survivors and victims who are here please stand up one more time? Just by show of hands, how many of you or your loved ones actually have met with the Department of Justice and provided testimony and estimate and evidence?
Check this out.
None. And of those of you who have not met, which is everyone, how many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them. And of those of you, all of you who have reached out, how many of you were denied or ignored by the Department of Justice? All of them. And despite the shameful and despicable efforts by Ms. Bondi and her department to intimidate you, how many of you are still willing to speak to the Department of Justice? All of them. Well, Ms. Bondi, it looks like you have some more witnesses to talk to, and I yield back.
We will go to the good job.
Yeah, looks like she has some more witnesses. There's another part in this. I hope they play. I think they're gonna play it. But so the witnesses, the victims are in the building. You know what I'm saying? The victims are most definitely in the building. And so let's check out the interaction between Bondi and the victims.
Gentleman from North Carolina, Congressman.
Next, I really like the questioning of Democratic Congress member from Colorado, Neguse. He was cross-examining Bondi on the fact that she eliminated the entire national cryptocurrency enforcement team at the DOJ. He utterly exposed her, and she's like, I refuse to answer the question. Play this clip.
It was created after Watergate. I'm not asking a question, Madam Attorney General. The administration under which it was created was Gerald Ford. When you first started as the Attorney General of the United States, there were 35 people working in that office. There are now 2 people working in that office because you have gutted it. How many people work for the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today?
Can I answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many?
She don't even fucking know. Hold up, bruh. She doesn't even fucking know the answer to the question. Look at that. See, I'm big on like body language and shit, right? When he asked her that question, she just went blank. She went space cadet on his ass. You know what I'm saying? She has no fucking clue. How did you get this job? I know. I think I know. I think I know. You Lewinsky, your way. Never mind. I ain't gonna leave it. This the remix with Callie Drake, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Checking out a little bit of this politics action, man, because it went down on Capitol Hill today. Yeah, man.
In the criminal division today.
Can I answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many people work?
You've asked me a question, but you don't.
She's trying to answer a whole
work?
different. She's trying to answer a whole different fucking question, bruh. Like, have you ever like when you talking to your kids and some shit, right? And you be like, "Who left the motherfucking refrigerator open?" And they be like, "I don't gotta go to school today." She answered a whole different motherfucking question, bro. Like this shit's gone right here.
Of the United States, there were 35 people working in that office. There are now 2 people working in that office because you have gutted it. How many people work for the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today?
Can I answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many
You've
people
asked me a question, but you don't.
How
want
many
to answer.
people work
I'm not
for the
gonna answer your
National
questions the way you
Cryptocurrency
want.
Enforcement Team? You won't answer how many?
I'll answer Penn.
You.
Penn will not be
You know what?
weaponized.
Who the hell is Penn? What the hell is Penn? And why is Penn the answer to this motherfucking question? Like, here, let me spin this back. This is your government at work here, people.
National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today.
Can I answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many
You've
people
asked
work?
me a question, but you don't.
How
want
many
to
people
answer.
work
I'm not
for the
gonna answer your
National
questions the way you
Cryptocurrency
want.
Enforcement Team? You won't answer how many?
I'll answer Penn.
You.
Penn will not be
You know what?
weaponized.
You know what?
What's
Madam
funny
Attorney
about
General,
this?
I'll say to the chairman.
What's funny about this?
Chairman, you know what the answer is, and I think I understand
funny
why the
about
Attorney General
this?
does not want to answer the.
Bitch, what's funny about this is don't nobody know who the fuck Penn is, and you keep answering the question with Penn. Like, no, you want to know what's funny about this? Let's spin this back. This is the remix with Callie Drake, so I gotta spin this shit back, man. Like, this is your government at work right here, people. This is your fucking government right here, man. It's your tax dollars. Yeah.
And she's like, I refuse to answer the question. Play this clip.
It was created after Watergate. I'm not asking a question, Madam Attorney General. The administration under which it was created was Gerald Ford. When you first started as the Attorney General of the United States, there were 35 people working in that office. There are now 2 people working in that office because you have gutted it. How many people work for the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today?
Can I answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many
You've
people
asked me
work?
a question, but you don't
How
want
many
to
people
answer.
work
I'm
for
not
the
gonna answer
National
your questions the way you
Cryptocurrency
want.
Enforcement Team? You won't answer how many?
I'll answer Penn. Penn will not be
You know what?
weaponized.
You know what?
What's funny about this?
I'll say to the chairman.
What's funny about this?
Chairman, you know what the answer is? And I think I understand why the Attorney General does not want to answer the question. Because you eliminated the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team last year. So I understand why you don't want to tell the American people who works there.
Yeah, I understand why you don't want to talk about Mohammed Solomon in your district.
Who the fuck is Penn? That's what we've been trying to figure out this whole time. Who the fuck is Penn? I just wanted to one more fucking time, just for the people in the
of the United States, there were 35 people working in that office. There are now 2 people working in that office because you have gutted it. How many people work for the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today?
Can I answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many
You've
people
asked
work?
me a question, but you don't
How
want
many
to answer.
people work
I'm not
for the
gonna answer
National
questions the way you
Cryptocurrency
want.
Enforcement Team? You won't answer how many.
I'll answer Penn.
It keeps on giving.
Penn will not be
you know what?
weaponized.
You know what?
What's funny about
General,
this?
I'll say to the chairman.
What's funny about
Chairman,
this?
you know what the answer is? And I think I understand why the Attorney General does not want to answer the question. Because you eliminated the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team last year. So I understand why you don't want to tell the American people who works there.
Yeah, I understand why you don't want to talk about Mohammed Solomon in your district.
In any event,
no one works there.
Mr. Chairman, will you stop the clock so his time is not wasted by the way?
More from Nagus as he makes that point. Let's play it.
When I tell y'all, Brad, it went down, Brad. It went down. Listen, is anything meaningful or substantial going to come out of any of this shit? Probably not. But I just love seeing white people argue with each other. And they snuck a brother in here too, bro. So I definitely got to play this shit. Get the likes of it.
Does not want to answer the question because you eliminated the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team last year. So I understand why you don't want to tell the American people who works there.
Yeah, I understand why you don't want to talk about Mohammed Solomon in your district.
In any event,
who murdered people.
Mr. Chairman, will you stop the clock so his time is not wasted by the witness?
Very generous with allowing.
And here's Nagus again. Let's play this clip.
I've asked, Mr. Chairman, are not trick questions. They're not gotcha questions. They're actually basic questions about how the Department of Justice functions and the unwillingness of this Attorney General to answer them in good faith. When a member of Congress asks how many people work at the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team and the Attorney General refuses to answer it, it is not a coincidence. It's because she eliminated the team. Why? Because her boss, the President of the United States, is making money hand over fist, $1.4 billion over the course of the last year through cryptocurrency holdings.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And that's why they've gutted the cryptocurrency oversight, administration or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? And that's why they're grilling her ass about it now, because Trump is making billions of dollars with no oversight in the cryptocurrency space. Hell, he's got his own damn coin.
I think what is happening at the Department of Justice is a disgrace, Mr. Chairman, and I would urge you to gain control of this hearing. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Yeah.
Then you have Pam Bondi trying to attack Republican Congressmember Massey, who's behind the discharge petition with Democratic Congressmember Ro Khanna. Watch as Bondi's like, were you talking about Epstein before for the last 4 years? And Massey's like, you're the AG right now. Do your freaking job and stop covering up a child sex trafficking ring. Here, play this clip right here.
FBI. Did you ask Merrick Garland that the last 4 years? Did you talk about Epstein?
I'm reclaiming my time. I'm glad you're asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't-
bigger than
when you-
Watergate.
when I don't answer
this,
the question the
this
way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover.
Whoa, hold on, brother. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. But you know what, though? That's some real shit, man. And, Biden probably could have released him. Obama probably could have released him. But Obama ain't show up in the damn Epstein file. So why would he really be concerned with that, right? Obama wasn't in the expose a motherfucking business. From what I know, Joe Biden went in the Epstein file. So, when they ask that question, the only motherfuckers who really is concerned about the Epstein files is the motherfuckers that's in the Epstein files. That's kind of how I would answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Like, You know, I mean, when you first ask it, it's like, oh yeah, why wouldn't they? Why? But I mean, why the fuck am I concerned about the Epstein files if I ain't in the motherfuckers? Like, that's y'all problem. Like, ain't got shit to do with me. You know. So I kind of understand both sides on that.
Decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
now,
where the
I want to know at what point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein Files Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen, please, to release the internal decision about whether to prosecute him or not. And it's not in the files, and it's not in the files for any of these other men.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
May she answer?
And
more from Bondi and Massey's interaction. Let's play it.
Respond, and then the gentleman can move to the next question.
It's my time.
within 40 minutes, you asked me a question.
You can give
Within
me-
40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
4,700,
Okay.
and we
You know
invited
what?
you
Show
in.
the video.
This
Show
guy
the-
has Trump
Gentlemen.
derangement syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed
He won.
politician.
Gentlemen,
You need to
I
get
want
on
you to watch
these
the
matters.
video.
Mr. Chairman, please restore his time and remind the witness of the rules here.
There is no credible information.
Next, I'll show you Democratic Congress member Jamie Raskin, who asks a very basic question of Bondi. So Donald Trump's paying himself $10 billion by suing the IRS, and you as the DOJ are supposed to defend the IRS, and you're just going to cut a $10 billion check to Donald Trump, just stealing it from the taxpayers. And Bondi's like, oh, I can't answer that question. Here, play this clip.
But now
Yeah, your president is suing the taxpayers for $10 billion. And I'm gonna cover another story that I've been looking at where he's holding up I believe it's like an underground bridge or like something that's going on in Pennsylvania to New York, and it's like a bridge or y'all might know a little bit more about that. But that shit just came on my I ain't even like where I was going with that. That shit appeared on my timeline. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm gonna break that down because he's actually holding up a project that I believe what they estimate to be about $16 billion because he wants to put his name on it. And so we're gonna tap more into that. But yeah, as you can see, it's a motherfucking mess up here on Capitol Hill, bro. But I do enjoy watching these Capitol Hill hearings and things like that, right? Because they tend to get a little explosive, and you have to be factual on here, man. Like you can get hit with perjury if you stray too far away from the truth in this environment. So, I like to bring out the facts, man. And that's what we do over here. Let's go.
he's suing the IRS for $10 billion. He's suing the IRS for $10 billion, which I think is around 80% of its annual budget, because his tax returns were leaked, and they were illegally leaked by a private contractor who actually is in prison now, Charles Littlejohn, but he wants $10 billion. Now,
yeah, we know about that. What else they got on this? Let me see what else they got. Let me check in with this lady. Because they just took turns. It was like a piñata. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucking piñata. They just took this thing and kept beating her motherfucking ass with it, man. Let's check in with a little more of this.
Your list of entities that you consider to be terrorist organizations, and Bondi's like, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay, so yeah, this part right here I feel is pretty important. Let's listen to this because this is actually very relevant to what's going on with the immigration debate, what's going on with ICE, and what's going on out here in these streets with ICE agents being as aggressive as they are, man. If I have some time, we're gonna break some of that down as well, because I do have a couple of them ICE videos that I want to look at. But let's finish this and see where the fuck we at, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit right here is funny as fuck. Let me hear some more.
Examines Bondi about, can you provide us your list of entities that you consider to be terrorist organizations? And Bondi's like, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Here, play this clip.
Will you commit to providing this committee with any list of organizations that you have recommended be designated as domestic terrorist organizations?
We will comply with the law in all matters.
Will you commit to provide this committee with your list of entities that you recommend be designated as domestic terrorist organizations.
I'm not going to commit to anything to you because you won't let me answer questions.
Okay, well then we do understand that your current position is that you have a secret list of people or groups that you are accusing of domestic terrorism, but you won't share it with Congress. And I'd remind you that when the US government designates an entity as a foreign terrorist organization, it must report that to Congress and to the entity, because the government can make a mistake and the entity has the opportunity to contest it. So your position seems to be that if you falsely designate an American or an American organization as a terrorist group, there's nothing they can do about it. I think we get it. You don't want to answer the question.
No, you don't get anything regarding public safety.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Thank you for the insult. It's clear you didn't come to Congress prepared to answer questions that the American people have every right to have answered. But
more from Scanlon right here. Let's play it.
On September 25th, President Trump signed a memorandum known as NSPM 7, purporting to address domestic terrorism. But Americans across the political spectrum were immediately alarmed by the memo's blurring of the line between unlawful conduct and constitutionally protected speech and activity, as well as its call to investigate, prosecute, and dismantle groups that the president and Stephen Miller described without evidence as, quote, an organized campaign of radical left terrorism. Now, counterterrorism experts were further alarmed by the administration's singular focus on left-wing extremism, combined with the sudden deletion from the DOJ website of decades of research and law enforcement analysis, which had concluded that right-wing extremism poses the greatest terrorism threat to Americans.
And that's a fact, man. So I want to talk about that a little bit, right? Because Donald Trump's own administration has released information, reports, research, statistics, whatever you want to call it, man. They didn't drop some shit that said the exact same thing, that white domestic terrorism is the #1 threat to this country. And so that's very much a fact. And Donald Trump's own administration has attested to such.
The president's memo broadly and vaguely links violent conduct to ideologies, and it targeted specifically anti-American, anti-Christian, and anti-capitalist beliefs, as well as, quote, hostility to so-called traditional American views on family, religion, and morality, end quote. President Trump has repeatedly and openly, however falsely, tried to brand his political opponents with these sentiments listed in his memo. But as you know,
Trump's name also appears more times in the Epstein file than Harry Potter's name appears in the 7 books about Harry Potter.
More from Moskowitz here.
Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than Harry Potter's name appears in the damn Harry Potter story. Ain't that a bit?
Committee that she wants clemency to release more names. Kash Patel under oath said Trump's name appears less than 100 times in the files. We now know that's not true. Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than God's name appears in the book about God. Okay, by the way, this is the Trump Bible. Move over, King James.
Wow.
More from Moskowitz here. Let's play it.
Trump's name also appears more times in the Epstein file than Harry Potter's name appears in the 7 books about Harry Potter.
More from Moskowitz here.
Lutnick says that in 2008, he went to Epstein's home, says he had a massage table in the living room, that Epstein said he got one every day, that it was the right type of massage. He and his wife decide to leave and say they'll never be in a room with him again. Howard then says, I'm sure the Epstein stuff is all on video. He was the greatest blackmailer of all time. Well, how would Howard know that? But now the files are public. And in 2012, we found out that he and his family are on Epstein Island after Epstein pled guilty to state charges. I'm from Florida. I take my family to Disney World.
That's the Commerce
Epstein Island.
And then Bondi was not liking those questions. And she's like, I think it's so inappropriate that you would hold up a Trump Bible. Okay, here, play this clip.
Now, Madam Attorney General, I have like 25 seconds left. So because I'm curious, and I'd like to see you flip to the Jared Moskowitz section of the binder.
Yeah. So as y'all can see, man, they are continuously grilling her motherfucking ass about everything. And, you know, the administration didn't provide a whole lot of answers today, man. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But y'all let me know in the comments. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck you TikTok mongrels be telling me in the goddamn comments all the damn time. So y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey, read the bottom of the screen, man. Please feel free to hate on me. That's what this whole show is about. Like, they didn't do that. But you better come with some facts, man. All that bullshit y'all be talking about, it don't stack up to the congressional factual record of this whole shit. And this is the remix with Callie Drake, man. Let's go.
Have all this evidence of senior Trump officials with ties to Epstein, and Bondi's like, I don't know what ties are. Here, play this clip.
There is. We have evidence.
Do you know who Chris Malin is?
We have evidence that 3 senior officials within the Trump administration have ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And what I can
ties mean?
3 senior officials inside of this current administration had ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, is that draining the swamp? Or is that the fucking swamp?
I can conclude from what you are saying that you have not talked to them.
What does ties mean?
I think Americans would be shocked to learn that you are not interested in talking with these officials who have ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
What does
across
ties
the
mean?
world,
Can you define that?
across the world,
Can you
prominent
define
men
ties?
who've been exposed in the files have resigned their jobs in disgrace, and that's a good first start. And that same
Disgrace is
standard,
not saying the word
this
Chris
same
Malin.
standard should apply here. And Americans want accountability.
Who is Chris Malin?
Was the president
he?
aware? Please stop talking. It is not your time to ask
was
questions. It is not your time. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chair.
One second.
Time belongs to the gentlelady from Vermont.
More questioning between Ballant and Bondi obfuscating. Bondi's like, well, let's.
Yeah. Hollywood T, salute Hollywood T. Yeah, as y'all can see, man, we breaking down this congressional hearing thing that went on today. All hell broke loose on Congress today. They took turns whooping on Pam Bondi's ass, and she did not hold up well under the pressure, man.
Talk about Merrick Garland and Balance, like, just answer your freaking question. Stop everything former President Biden. Garland, you're in charge now. It's you. Every word is going to be Biden or Garland. Here, play this clip.
Didn't ask Merrick Garland anything about Epstein, not once. When he was
weak sauce.
And also, I want the record to reflect that.
Did she tell her weak sauce? Hold up, Brad. Is that a congressional? Did she just say weak sauce? And she got a teenage daughter or some shit. Like, did she just say weak sauce? What the hell?
Biden or Garland. Here, play this clip.
Didn't ask Merrick Garland anything about Epstein, not once. When he was
weak sauce.
And also, I want the record to reflect that, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Is Jewish. I just want to be clear. Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Or do you want to go there?
Let's go. I love seeing. Let me put myself back on the screen for this shit. I love this shit, bro. I love this shit, bro. I fucking love this shit, bro. I love seeing white people argue with it. They ain't got shit to do with us. Love this shit, man. I love this shit. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. This is the remix with Callie Drake, man. We tapping in on this politics tonight. You know what I mean? Let's run a little bit more of this. But I love this shit, though. I love this shit.
That, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Is Jewish. I just want to be clear. Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Or do you want to go there? Are you serious? Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust? Really?
The committee will be in order.
Talk to Jared Watts.
Whoa, that was deep. What did she just say? Did she say a woman that hid your grandfather in the Holocaust? Is that what she just said? Yeah. They listen. First Lady Mimi, they want to cuss each other out for real. But hold up, it seems like they may have like more of a personal relationship than we know. It sounded like she said Mrs. Balint here. It sounded like she said she helped her grandfather in the Holocaust. Let me spin this back.
when he was
Weak sauce. Weak
and
sauce.
also, I want the record to reflect that, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
is
Jewish. I just want to be clear.
Oh,
do you want to go there, Attorney General? Or
belongs
do
to the
you want to go there? Are
Time
you
belongs to the
serious?
gentleman
Talking
from
about
South
anti-Semitism
Carolina.
to a woman who
Lady
lost her grandfather in the
I reclaim
Holocaust?
my time. I
Really?
reclaim my time.
Really?
Okay.
Committee will be in order.
Okay.
Talk to Jared Wise about anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
The ranking member
Hey, walk the fuck out.
knows that.
Can I get like 30 seconds back, you know?
Yeah, I've been.
Balin took
I think
30
the whole.
of mine.
I told y'all, bro. Shit went down today, bro. Shit went down in Congress. This is your tax dollars hard at work. Now, is anything of substance gonna come out of this shit? Probably not. Not in the short term, at least. But this shit funny in the motherfucker, man. I get a big kick out of watching white people argue with each other when we ain't got shit to do with it, bro. Let's go.
It was great. Next, you have Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Here is what she said. Play it.
Salary while in office. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history. An attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice, corruption over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield.
Lady yields.
More from Crockett right here. Let's play it.
Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests that he's very close friends with a lot of men who are pedophiles. What's crazy about all of this?
More from Crockett right here. Let's play it.
You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the president of the United
And then I'll show one more clip of Crockett because I thought she was great.
States. Fact number one, Donald Trump is one of the most named people in the Epstein files. At least 5,000 files contains more than 38,000 references to Trump, his wife, or Mar-a-Lago. Fact number two, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell made young girls available to Trump on multiple occasions. For example, according to this file, Ghislaine Maxwell presented a young girl to President Trump who spent more than 20 minutes apparently flirting with her. Here's another example. This shows notes from FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, "This is a good one." Now, I'm not saying.
And then we put this montage together of just the behavior of Bondi because it was so utterly unhinged.
Break that
Take a look at
motherfucking
this utterly
montage up.
deranged behavior right here.
Break
Let's
that
play it.
motherfucking montage
There was
up.
one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
4,700,
Okay.
and we
You know
invited
what?
you
Show the
in.
video.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs
Show
to
the
get.
video.
You're a failed politician.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that she keeps going after President Trump, the greatest president in American history. And if they could maintain.
Whoa. That's where we gonna stop the motherfucking montage right there, bruh. Listen, that is not the views of me, this channel, or anything that is associated with Callie Drake. But hey, if y'all disagree, let me know in the comments, man. What has Donald Trump done for y'all? Is he the greatest president in the history of this country? I'd say no. What do you say? Let's go, man.
Their composure.
Started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in.
You're
The rules-
obsessed with Donald Trump. You have Trump derangement syndrome. All of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump, you all should be apologizing. You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about.
Before we get to this next piece, right? I wanna say something on that. So that only matters, the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, cryptocurrency markets, how all those things are performing only matters to motherfuckers who have money in those places. Like, if you ain't got no bread in them spots, the performance of them spots don't mean jack shit to you. And so that is, and let me be clear, the stock market is not an indicator of how the economy is doing on no level. The stock market is an indicator of how people who have money in the stock market are doing. And some of your pensions and things like that, but the pensions are long-term performance vehicles. You know what I mean? So you're not going to see day-to-day large fluctuation on a pension. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind, man. The stock market is not an indicator of how the economy is doing. So whenever you hear people explaining to you how the stock market is doing when they're trying to talk about the economy, they selling you some bullshit.
Trying to intimidate and punish these ladies. Your time is up. Forward.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought that was awesome, man. I thought that was fucking awesome. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I definitely want to get the facts out. I thought today's hearing was very explosive, and that's actually why I pulled up tonight, man, to kind of break some of that down. There was another part of this that they did not cover that I actually want to cover because I thought that it was pretty impactful. So yeah, let's look at this one right here, man. This is the remix with Kylie Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Run through a little bit more of this politics, you know what I'm saying, and find out what the hell is going on. What are your tax dollars doing right now? You know what I'm saying? That's the whole fucking point of this shit. What are your tax dollars doing right now? And well, this one you probably not gonna believe, man. So let's check out a little bit more of this hearing. Pam Bondi getting her ass grilled on Congress, man. Let me see.
Epstein's horrific sex trafficking ring. They have shown such incredible courage in speaking out, in demanding accountability to bring the predators and pedophiles to justice. The Epstein Files Transparency Act required your Department of Justice to disclose the perpetrators connected with Epstein's criminal activities and to redact the information of survivors to protect their identity.
There's a specific piece in this that I want to see. I don't want to watch this whole thing. There's a specific part of this that I want to show. So here, let me go back real quick. And let's look at this one. Let me see. Does this one go where it needs to go? Oh, that. Actually, here goes.
You apologize to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
You sat before, Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General
Twice.
Bondi.
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question
Attorney General
that I
can
would
respond to your
like you
question.
to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she
It
doesn't
is
like the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't
a
she ask
question.
Merrick Garland this?
I am
twice
reclaiming
when
my
he sat in
time,
my
and
chair?
when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the gentleman has
I'm
reclaimed
not
her
going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say
I'll
this.
direct it to
What a
you.
massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a
Mr.
question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness
I'm
is
not gonna get in
interrupted.
the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time.
doing theatrics.
And let me,
Lady
I
has
wish
expired.
that you would turn around to the survivors who are standing right behind you and on a human level,
Chairman,
apologize
Chair now
to them
recognizes the chair.
and what you have done. You apologize to the
Yeah. So as y'all can see, man, Pam Bondi refused to apologize to the survivors that was in the building, man. How y'all feel about that, man? This is your tax dollars at work. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to break a little bit of that down because I thought it was important, and just because this shit went way left. And so, you know, that's what it looks like is going on with the Epstein files. A bunch of questions still to be answered. a bunch of people pissed off, and you know, we still haven't got the amount of arrests that would warrant a case of this size, right? I just told y'all 600 people got arrested in California just this past week in a sex trafficking operation. Pimps, players, hustlers, hoes, all the cuffs on, up and down the state of California. But this Epstein shit been going on for how long? And Ghislaine Maxwell, old ass, is the only person that's in jail right now. Epstein is dead under questionable circumstances, which I find it very. And you know what? Just as this whole Epstein thing is uncovered, right? And you find out how powerful of a guy that he really was with the blackmail. I mean, he's rubbing elbows with world leaders, Putin, Israelis. So Europeans, kings, and all the princes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So for him to die in prison, you know, to me, most definitely is always gonna look like some suspicious ass shit. But yeah, this Epstein shit has a lot of you know, tentacles and shit, and it's touching a lot of different countries. People resigning all over, you know, the world because they popped up in this Epstein files. And so that lets you know, man, we need to get our hands on all the shit that they got redacted. You know what I mean? Donald Trump's name appears on the stuff that's redacted. It's been reported by a couple of the congressmen 1 million times. There's 3 million documents. His name shows up 1 million times. So that's the shit we need to see. You know what I'm saying? So keep pressing, man. You know what I'm saying? I did have a couple more videos I wanted to show, but man, we'll get back to that shit tomorrow. Y'all kind of get the point, man. They on Pam Bondi ass. You know what I'm saying? Lighten her motherfucking ass up like a Christmas tree. And yeah, you know, that's kind of how it's supposed to be, man. It's kind of how it's supposed to be. Matter of fact, man, shit. We'll drop this link in the chat. If anybody want to come up here and chop it up with your boy, you know what I mean? Put this link in the chat before I get out of here. But yeah, man. We've been on this politics shit. Covered a couple news stories, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Support the channel. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the fuck you want me to be. Like, yeah, let me know where you want me to be, and I'll pull up over there. You know what I mean? Shit. OnlyFans, Patreon, motherfucker. Pornhub, X Video. I'll do the show butt naked on X Video. If that's what y'all want me to do. If that's what y'all want me to do. You know what I'm saying? But this the remix with Cali Drake, man. I dropped that link in the chat for y'all if anybody want to come shoot the shit with your boy for a minute on this politics shit. But yeah, man, it's a lot of shit going on. I wasn't a believer in the Epstein files. Like, I thought that out of all of the things that Donald Trump has done, all of the felony charges, all of the bullshit, the racism, I didn't think that the Epstein files would be the thing that everybody is so zoned in on. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I was wrong, man. I was wrong on that because it definitely has evolved into a global scandal cover up. You know, and so that's like when you realize what type of power Jeffrey Epstein had. Like, he wasn't just like your regular, regular rich dude. Like he had, the goods on some powerful people. And so you start thinking about this circle, right? Epstein, Putin, Trump, your commerce secretary. You know what I'm saying? It definitely, I can see why certain things have happened, right? I can see why Donald Trump in his first administration takes a 2-hour meeting with Putin with no Americans in the room. Makes a little bit more sense now. When y'all go look that shit up. When it first happened, I was like, what the fuck? Like that was, but just things like that, man. Why he never talks bad about Putin. You know what I mean? So these guys, man, all in the same circle, all been, involved with Epstein. We know what Epstein was convicted for, and all of these people I just named were best friends in some capacity with Epstein. So, yeah, I'm just trying to do the math for y'all so y'all can do the math for yourself, man. Shit, you know, at the end of the day, I kind of see the play, but I don't think that a lot of people see the play. And that's a part of the reason why I started this channel, man, is just so that I can help people see the motherfucking play. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shit. That's what we about over here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we about over here. But yeah, I'm about to shut this shit down, man. Go smoke a little bit of drop, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I might get on this Xbox, man. I might pass the fuck out. I'm a little lit. Gotta be honest with y'all. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man. Subscribe to the channels, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, MAGA Mind Grows. When I cut these up, yeah, I'm on y'all motherfucking ass too. Y'all know that shit, man. But this the remix with Cali Dre, man. And I'm about to get the hell out of here, man. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tap in.
Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got no time for that limelight. I'm from California, man, I guess we'll start with that. Banged out starter caps, glued to the cul-de-sac, looking like an artifact, trying to get their money back. Yellow jackets coming, mama about to have a heart attack. Southeast San Diego, we was at the heart of that. You moved about the hood, my nigga, you ain't want no part of that. Move to work and let the money drip the laundry mat. I pray to God the homie get his little daughter back. So many problems and it's not even a part of rap. So many suckers and they hating and they copycat. And life is bigger than these bitches that you hollered at. And if you bleed a dollar, better get $3 back. And all I'm giving is the facts. Pay attention to the stats and never making mention of the jacks. Gotta keep the money stacked, work your way through the traps. Money motivated to the max. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right?